Look, make sure it's streaming into the group. Hello, 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 you beautiful audience. This should be going live anytime now, actually. And it is definitely. Let me just turn this volume off because I can hear myself back in my ears about 5 seconds afterwards,
Ooh.
which is horrible. So, Des, you've not been well.
Yeah, I am a COVID magnet.
What's this, like twice or 3 times now?
3? Oh, that's 4. 3. 3 times.
No way. That is horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah, it does get better with each time, but it's not kind on your voice.
Yeah. Nobody knows, do they, why some people are prone to getting it, some people aren't. I don't know if I've had it at all. But here's the thing. I can't smell anything. My smell has gone completely for like 6 months.
Oh.
And they say, I know they say if it's like really long term,
That's
you
a
might
very
not get it
specific
back
case
ever.
you have the special COVID that lasts forever.
I feel honoured. But it's really weird. And there are just certain scents. Like, I'm okay with like aftershave and perfume and stuff. Cooking just all smells like warm toast.
Huh.
Yeah, it just smells like something's toasted. I can't detect any different smells. By the way, hello. If you are watching this live, do say hello in the comments thread. We expect to have quite a few people watching us today because we're streaming it everywhere, aren't we? So say hello if you're watching. Tell us who you are and where you're from. Where you are streaming from. Why did you just blow a raspberry at everybody there?
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. Well, look, we're not going to get Des to talk too much today, unless you want to, Des. I think the important thing we need to get over today is our deep joy at finally meeting each other for real, as in the same room.
Yeah, it's about time, I think. How long have we been connected now?
Yeah, long
At least
time.
3 years, I think.
Alexandra's in Thailand. We know that. We love you, Alexandra. Yes, you are one of the cornerstones of our group. Is Alexandra Dehai in your group, Des, as well?
What?
Alexandra Dehai, is she in your group as well?
She's in BBS, yes. We love her.
Yeah, we love her. We love her. Well, that's agreed then. So look, for the rest of you watching, we're not going to focus on Alexandra today. Drop a comment in the thread wherever you are watching this and just say hello. Say who you are. I can see Vega Lilia. Michael Burke is from Ireland. Vega, we don't know where Vega's from. It sounds kind of a little bit East European, perhaps. Lilia. Oh yeah, Tree is coming to the event. Be great to meet you in Brum, says Teresa. Well done, well done. Well, here's the situation, and Des, you don't even know this yet. This is literally today's update. So we have 2 days of the event. What you might call the main event, as in, the summit is on Saturday. Des is speaking there, as is Robin Waite, as is Matthew Hughes, the King of Video, as is Anna Geary from Social Media Savvy, or the Get Savvy Club. And of course, Lisa's coming over from Florida to talk about all her head stuff, brain trash and things, and all the mental stuff that gets in the way of success. And I'll be doing a bit as well, probably. So that's the Saturday, and we've got 30 places there. As of today, we sold 21 tickets, so just a relatively small number. We're in the last third of the sales. Friday is a 12-person mastermind, kind of round table thing, with Lisa and me, and we're going to be digging into your business and putting it all back together so it works even better than it is now. And all the tickets are sold for that. So if you were yearning for a 12-person mastermind, you're too late. What a shame. These things happen, don't they? When we put urgency into our messaging, we're not like one of these spammy internet marketers who just make it all up and put a countdown timer on for a laugh. We actually mean it, don't we?
Yeah, most of the time. I'm just kidding. No, we do. I actually hate fake timers. That's the one thing that I always speak out
Oh, it
against,
sucks,
and I
doesn't it?
tell my clients, you're not gonna see one from me, because it's become so commonplace in the industry. I think at this point, people have accepted it as the norm. It's
Yeah.
so sad.
Yeah, and especially when you go back to the page and the timer has reset itself
Yeah,
to a different
yeah.
time.
What the
You just
hell?
think, what the hell? You know, and here's the thing with those kind of people, if they lie to you at the point when they're trying to sell to you, how are you going to get on when you're actually working with them? It's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah, so we don't like that at all, at all, at all. So Saturday, the 7th of May, it's interesting this because you asked me this morning, Des, what do you want me to talk about? You know, what we need to talk about, I suppose, is your zone of genius, isn't it? What you're good at, what you believe to be true about our profession, and what will be useful to our people. What do you think that's going to be? What
Most
do you
likely
want to
my
talk about?
disrupt framework, because I think where
Mm,
what would be the most valuable for any human who listens to me really is, number one, my hair, and number two,
of
the
course.
disrupt framework is all about building a powerful brand and then using the influence you've built with this brand to turn it into a recurring revenue machine. Because
Yeah.
let's face it, I mean, look at what is going on in the world right now. If you don't have a business producing stable income,
Mm,
and if you haven't diversified your income, not just selling high ticket or not just selling low ticket, I'm talking proper diversification. Ooh, that's a hard word to say. Then you are going to have some problems soon. And I want
yeah.
to make sure you don't. So basically my talk will be very preventative, like let's prevent you from experiencing any of the
What a
crap
great
that
word.
people experience in the online world when they don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna get you from hmm maybe I kind of have a plan to okay, I know exactly what I'm doing in the next 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fantastic. And I think what we'll do on the day, I'm putting together the idea in my head for the agenda because I want to make it as powerful as possible. And for those of you, I think there's a couple who bought tickets already who came to the last one. I want to make it feel fresh and different. It's going to be the same general thrust, isn't it? Which is, getting your business going and creating recurring revenue and doing it easier and better. But we're going to put a different shine on it and come up with some different ideas for you. So if you haven't bought the tickets yet and you are in the UK watching this, do you know what? I'm so disorganized today. I should have opened this tab already, but I didn't. So I'm going to drop the link to the event in the comments here. I think the way StreamYard works, this should actually go to all the places where it's streaming now.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
click on that link and book a ticket. Yeah, it looks like it is. And if you're in the UK, then you should get to Birmingham. There's people actually making the effort from quite a lot further away from Birmingham
Yeah.
than you probably are at the moment. Lisa Crofton's coming in from Florida. There are people coming from Wales. Des, you're in London, aren't you now?
Yep, not that far away.
No, it's actually really, really good, actually, because if you jump on that Euston train, it stops at Birmingham International. And it's like 1 hour on the train.
Yeah, it is really close.
So you just hop out and
So I'm
um,
excited to be going back to speaking because oh god, these last 2 years really destroyed my will to even be on stage. And now that things are slowly coming back to life, events and stages, I'm really
mm.
excited to just talk to people face to face because I know we love live videos and they are the next best thing, but guys, nothing
So is
beats
this
face
your
to face.
first post-COVID event then?
Where I speak,
Yeah.
well, I spoke at a few small masterminds during COVID.
Okay.
But yeah, this is my first like proper one after COVID. Yeah.
On a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is going to be tremendous, I'm sure. I just wanted to talk with you today, Des, for the benefit of our audience, about something that came up this last week. And in fact, I did one of my daily brain tattoos. I did it yesterday, I think, on this particular topic, which is the difference between branding and marketing.
Ooh.
And Yeah, I know you have something to say on that. So I could see you perking up there. Um, for me, the difference is this: that if you start marketing before you paid any attention to your branding, it's going to be very, very difficult. You could
Correct.
almost argue that you've got nothing to market. And conversely, if you do branding first and everything that entails, understanding who you are and what you do, and what your offer is, and pay attention to your static content across social media. Your banner, your headline, the name of your group, the stuff that isn't going to require constant tweaking. Then the next part, the marketing, which involves what I've called dynamic content. In other words, you're forever posting new ideas, new stuff, fresh things, videos, all that kind of thing. That's going to be much easier, isn't it? Because your static content, which is the cornerstone of your branding, will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And I got a great example of this week with a guy in our community who's a Pilates teacher, and he's branded himself as Pilates guy, which you might think, okay, it's all right. The trouble is, Pilates is a very low ticket modality, isn't it? You can go to a Pilates class for £7, can't you?
Yeah.
And sit in a room with 30 other sweaty people if that's what you want to do. So, in order to, sort of get things going for him, we said, well, what kind of people seem to benefit the most from what you do? And it turned out, talking with Russ, if you're watching this, hi Russ, this is your story. He's a golfer. He's not a massively brilliant golfer by his own admission, but he likes to play golf. And he's noticed that a lot of people suffer with back problems who play golf, because it's an unnatural thing, isn't it? Swinging your body around with some force like that. Everybody gets hip and thigh and back problems after a while when they're playing golf, you see. So what we've done is we've got him a neat little brand, and his static content on LinkedIn is absolutely spot on. I'm just going to read it for you guys, if not actually share it. In fact, why don't I share it to make this point, and then Des can chime in. You can chime in with with no doubt your ideas on it. So I'm going to share this screen, guys. We really are getting into something massively useful here. That's that one. Yeah. Okay. So this is what his LinkedIn thing looks like now. So instead of being the Pilates guy, which pegs him at a certain audience, if you like, more golf, less pain, helping golfers overcome back pain. You couldn't be more clear than that, could you? And then we come up with this cunning little strapline: feel above par, play below par. It's like golfing pars, right? That's a bit silly, but the effect of this now is that when Russ goes into LinkedIn, as he does, and searches for golfers, obviously he searches for golfer because that's what people call themselves, and he hits the connect button, 7 out of 10 of those people are now connecting with him. And they're all sucking up his fabulous content that he's doing, because all he has to do is, talk a little bit more about that to establish authority once they're in his community. But I hope you can see here, guys, that the difference between just yakking on about helping golfers in your personal profile and positioning yourself as the guy who helps golfers get away from pain and play more golf. It's a world of difference, isn't it? And all the golfers who see who he asked to connect with him are going, yeah, this guy gets me. People like me work with Russ, and off they go, ding, and they connect with him. And what he's finding, Des, I'm sure you're not surprised, is that when he posts stuff now, they're very engaged, because they're all golfers who've been attracted to him in the first place by his branding. How does that resonate with you? Do you think that's a good example, a good case study of your
definitely a good case study. Branding is the foundation of your business. I think a lot of people were told or taught by marketers that branding and marketing are either the same thing, or you can start with marketing and do branding later, which literally doesn't make any logical sense, because
Not at all,
if
no.
you don't develop your brand strategy, what are you marketing? I think it comes from people not understanding that branding is not design, it's not
No.
visuals, it's not cover photos, it's not websites, it's not logos. It's I actually came up with my own definition of what branding is, because I don't know if you know this, but there is no official definition. Back when I studied it in university, that's the first thing my professor told me. Well, not me, but all of us. He's like,
Mm.
what is branding? And we all started chiming in, and he listens to us for like 20 minutes, and we're super excited that he's about to tell us. And he's like, all of this and none of this. I was like, seriously? So
sounds like very, very zen. That was it. Was
yeah,
he a
that
Buddha?
was
This
so
guy.
annoying.
Yeah.
So what I came up with is that branding is a mix of two things: identity and perception. So branding is a mix of who you are, which is the identity piece, and
Yeah.
who people think you are, which is the perception piece. So
Brilliant.
what you've done with this guy is you've taken what he does, like you've taken his story, his messaging, and you've made it super clear, and you have really formed a powerful identity that is super clear to people, so
Yes.
that they are not confused. 5 seconds is all it takes for somebody to follow
Oh,
you or
yeah.
decide not to follow you. And then you've put it out there, which is essentially the perception piece of branding. You've put it on his profile, you've put it on his bio, you've put it on
Yeah.
his cover photo, you've turned it into content, which now with the content, through the content, becomes marketing. So and also
Yes.
I do believe that the ideal client piece, that is also a part of the brand strategy. So if you don't
Yeah.
have that, like, how are you going to market? Who are you going to market to? Random people?
Yeah, I mean, you can't market to nobody, and if you try and market to everybody, you'll end up attracting no one as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, guys, if you're watching this and thinking, yeah, this is a bit of what we need. As Facebook user said, afternoon both. I hear what you're saying on this one. Oh God, StreamYard, who are you? Facebook user who said that. Can you just put your name in the comments? Afternoon both. Hear what you're saying on this one. Yeah, this is such foundational stuff, and ultimately it's such common sense as well that Des and I don't find anybody disagreeing with this, or just saying, "Oh, that's shit." That is, it becomes obvious once it's explained in the way that we do it. I was Simon Clements. Hi, Simon. Simon's actually talking at our event on Saturday as well. He's talking about the visual aspect of branding, and
Nice.
he's going to give some tips about if you want to DIY your visuals. Of course, he'll have to stop me saying don't DIY your visuals. Get someone to do it. But I think he's going to be talking about Canva and that kind of thing, and some basic principles, about colours and all that kind of stuff. So Simon, we're really looking forward to that. So if you are watching here live and you haven't yet booked a ticket for this jamboree, that's a great English word. Have you come across that word, Des?
Never heard of it.
Have you not heard the word jamboree?
What the hell is that?
What the hell is that? A jamboree. It's a kind of... Well, when I was in the Boy Scouts, we used to have a jamboree. It was a kind of annual event where everybody'd show up and have fun in tents and things like that.
I'm sorry, you were in the Boy Scouts?
Yeah.
Is that a thing in the UK?
I don't know if it still is, because clearly I'm not a boy, even if I wanted to be still. But yes, it was. It absolutely was.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I bet some of you guys know what a jamboree is. Yeah, Chris Wilcox. There you go. Look, it's like a big party type thing. It certainly is. This is what it's going to be. We want to create a party atmosphere. I think we're going to have fun above all else. And if you take one thing away from the event on Saturday, the 7th of May, it will be that business should be enjoyable. It should be fun. You should wake up every morning skipping into your place of work, wherever that is. I've just dropped another link, by the way, in the chat. So you should be able to access this wherever you are. Des, is that link showing up in your community as well?
Which
Is
one?
that, you know, the link I just dropped in the comments? Is that?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna share it anywhere anyway, so it's gonna be pretty
Yeah, okay.
visible.
All right. So I think some of you are going to be watching on the recording, never mind live. We're going to wrap it up in a minute, Des. Let's just hear from you as to no link, says Murray Scott. No, let me put it here. One of these days we'll work out how to operate StreamYard.
This is why I don't use StreamYard. It pisses me off.
I've only been using it for 2 years, so yeah, maybe it just needs a bit longer to dive into it. It's actually a nice platform if you want a multi-stream like we're doing here. I don't hate it, I must say. So Des, just to wrap up, do you want to just give people a flavour of the excitement that they're going to experience from showing up at this event and listening to you talking about all this good stuff?
It's gonna be, well, nothing I do is not fun. So you're gonna be laughing throughout the whole thing because I fully believe in learning with the power of humor. I've noticed that when I use humor, people remember things way better weeks and months after the event. So don't expect boring stats or theory. We're gonna dive straight into implementing stuff. I'm gonna give you a couple of tasks that you're gonna be doing, some of them that I actually are going to be for after the event, but some of them are going to be for during the event. So we're going to...
Yeah, listen, let's stress this. I've got some books on order, right? So you are going to each have a book, a nicely branded book. Guess what colour the book cover is going to be?
You know, that's my least favorite color.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just look terrible in it.
You look terrible. What, in orange, you mean?
Yeah, you look good in it, though. Suits your brand.
So, we're getting some orange books done, right? Workbooks. And we are going to be workshopping the hell out of every single session. So, don't think you're going to be sitting around for 8 hours in a room listening to people yabbering away. That would be horrible.
No.
And be totally interactive. You know, everything that we put in front of you is going to generate Q's and A's and little workshops, little assignments, stuff to do. In between our kind of, structured sessions, we're going to be getting you up on stage. I mean, you people, that's a horrible phrase.
You people.
You people. When you buy a ticket and show up, we're going to be getting you on stage and you're going to get a chance to, at least for a couple of minutes, talk about your shizzle, tell the rest of the room what you're doing. So there'll be an element of networking in it as well. Well, I think it's going to be brilliant. I can't wait. Do you know what I'm doing in between? Have I told you this?
No.
I'm going to California.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to California next Friday for 2 weeks.
That is epic.
Yeah. So wouldn't it be nice, just for my sanity, if everybody bought their tickets before I went to California? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Pretty sure it's going to happen. When do you leave again?
Next Friday. So.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of time.
We got a nice strong week now just to sell the last sort of 10 tickets, something like that. And then that's it. The sands of time, the countdown timer will have dropped to 0. You're out of time. You're out of tickets. Sorry, everyone. And that's real. That is real. I have to ask you, Des, is that a real wall behind you or a green screen? It's a fantastic wall, isn't it? I love that wallpaper.
It's a backdrop.
Yeah, it is really good. It looks hard and granite.
Thank you. Well, I had a much better one, which basically was a wall of fire. And every time I would start my videos, I would tell people, "Hi, how are you guys doing? I'm burning in hell, as always." But then I lost it.
Well, it's not surprising, really. I mean, we haven't got time today to go into the whole troll thing, but I have to say, Des, you get trolled more than anybody I've ever known online.
Well, not everybody is a fan of a strong Eastern European woman diving into the Western markets.
Yeah. Well, hopefully there'll be a room full of people who are fans.
I think we're going to have a ton of fun with some really, really awesome people with high integrity on this event.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, look, if you're in Des's community now, Des has promised to drop the link in anytime soon, if not already. So you can click through and book your tickets. But please hurry up. We're not saying this for any fake scarcity. We have a room with 30 seats. And when they're all full, they're all full. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. And you, Des. Great to see you. Hope you're feeling much, much better soon. Love you lots. See you later. Bye.
Bye.